We're gonna show you that part of racing that you don't usually see. Hi team, I'm Sid.
And I'm Mackie.
For the past 6 years, we've been racing mountain bikes professionally.
And living out of our van.
On this channel, we're sharing those adventures with you.
All of them.
So hit subscribe and join the team.
Tell you what you did wrong, then ask it to come over.
Okay, you're ready to leave, we're ready to go snarf down some pasta and then get up to the ski valley. We are camping there tonight, obviously, because Mackie has to start tomorrow at 4:30. We're gonna show you a little bit like that part of racing that you don't usually see, which is all the logistics that are required to do an event like this. And a lot of times it's the event promoters who are doing this. So since there are no races this year, that's basically been me doing most of the prep work.
What are all these papers?
These are all the lists of tasks. It looks like thunderstorms in late afternoon, which is exactly what we would expect, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about that. So the thing that like you guys don't see, you just see the video, is that it's like really hard to film a video and race or film a video and crew for someone at a race.
Yeah.
And that is gonna be very hard for this day because it's gonna be so long. It's gonna be really easy to like drop the ball. There's almost nothing on here I can delegate, which is unfortunate because of COVID, like I think I will probably do all of your food prep and all of your hand ups. These are all the tasks that have to happen on, this is every single lap. I have to give Mackie a bottle. I have to give him the food for that lap. We have to swap a camera to take any trash that he has from the previous lap's food, and I have to film all of this somehow. And then between laps, need to basically keep track of which lap we're on. Make sure the GoPro's charged, make sure the camera I'm using is charged, make sure the bottles and food are ready for the next lap, swap the card on the other GoPro. So we have to decide if you want to do that every lap or every 2 laps
Probably
with
every
each
2
camera.
laps, I think would be fine.
This is our shot list. I mean, I don't want to give away like the video, but
Yeah.
obviously we'll, you know, film and tell the story of whatever actually happens, but if you don't have a plan, sometimes you end up with like nothing. We need you to have the GoPro on every time you ring the bell. We need to have you to have the GoPro on most of the time when you're eating, just so people see like what you consume. And then probably like each lap you need to commit to turning it on for 30, 45 seconds and talking about how you're feeling. I got comments of people being like, you're talking, you're going, like, you're wasting energy talking. It's like, you can't be going at a pace that you can't talk at for 15 hours. So like, you need to settle in, you need to be able to talk. Except like, don't do it on that last pitch, that's really brutal. Like, you don't have to talk through Big Daddy or, you know, the final pitch, but like, there's plenty of spots in there where you can give us a little update on each lap.
Yeah. The idea is that when I get to the top of each Fraser lap, I ring a bell. So we're gonna go see what we can find. I think we've got some cowbells in here. We're gonna test it out, see if we can combine cowbells plus maybe a tripod at the top to get in some way of celebrating or symbolizing finishing the climb on each lap. Bells. So here are some very noisy cowbells. I'm gonna try attaching cowbells on this tripod with the idea of getting the tripod up the day before. I think possibly Sid and her dad will be doing that on the e-bikes. But if we can have this up there ready to go, then I have a good way to symbolize reaching the top each time. Thinking something like that, then I can ride up, hit that, turn around, head back down. I think that would work pretty well. Yeah, I think that's good.
Tomorrow is the big day. Today, I'm gonna take the e-bike, put my dad on the other e-bike, and we're gonna zip up to the top of Fraser and set up the bell that Mackie will get to ring on every lap. After numerous technical difficulties, we got Dad set up on the e-bike. The seat post is in Mars.
It's not high enough.
It's still not high enough. It is so windy, I can barely hear myself think. I do not know how we're gonna get this tripod to stand up, but all right, let's give it a go. Give it a test run. It's pretty good. It feels like momentous. Will it stand this wind or not? We don't know. Hopefully our tripod and bells don't end up in Colorado, but what can you do? So there's one thing that I have to get ready today that I have not told Mackie about yet. It's a little surprise for his birthday. A couple weeks ago, I sent messages to a ton of our friends, asked them to record a little birthday / motivational message for Mackie. And today I'm gonna edit all of those together. And then I also asked everyone to submit their favorite like motivational songs. So I'm gonna put that together as a playlist for him. Of course, I usually have Mackie's help for like finding files. And it turns out when people like text you an audio message, it's like kind of annoying to like find on your phone. So that's what I'm doing, but I can't tell him, so I had to figure it out on my own. The time has come to start prepping some food, and guys, we have to make a lot of food. Mackie will be eating about 400 calories a lap, hopefully more, and we're going to be alternating real food and Scratch Super Fuel. The Scratch Super Fuel has 400 calories a bottle. It is a high carb, high calorie drink mix, which if you've watched our videos on hydration in the past is not what we've used in the past. However, for an attempt like this, you just simply do not have time to eat as much as you need to eat. So that is gonna be huge for this. He's used it in practice. It's gone really well. It's very easy on the stomach compared to other high calorie, high carb mixes. The first thing I'm gonna make today are race cookies. And this is a recipe we got from our coach. And it's basically a healthy, digestible cookie you can eat while you ride. So let's do it. Another big task for today is setting up my rocket for Mackie so that he has a spare bike.
Plan is to take the rear tire, put it on the front, so that I have a Barzo Mezcal combo, which is what I'll have on the other bike. We need a different size chain ring, so I think we might as well put on your dual-sided power because we haven't done that yet.
Okay.
And then I need a different saddle. So those are the things we need to do. It shouldn't be too bad. Got Sid's bike all set up for me. I adjusted the brakes a little bit, put on my saddle, and we put on 180 mil rotors, front and rear, and then the dual-sided power meter. So, oh, suspension. I need to remember to do suspension. I better make a note of that. Did the suspension, so this bike should be good to go. Also, we got these cool things from Mule, spelled M-U-U-L.
M-U-U-L.
The magnet that holds the CO2 in place, which is cool because then you can just like grab it really fast like that, but it actually stays on surprisingly well. I tested it at Paha and it worked really well. And then on the handlebars is a plugger. So there's a huge plug and it magnets in also, so it actually stays. Also tested that at Paha. So we got that on both bikes. This one and this one. So I basically have two identical bikes. Thanks for letting me borrow your bicycle.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Everyone else is riding my bikes. I'm the nicest wife and sister-in-law ever.
Nicest ever.
You think this is enough burritos, Remy? What do you think?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
These might be 300 calorie burritos, the little guys, and Mackie
No,
wanted
he
400
requested
calorie
400 calorie burritos, but
You know, he
we're
might
just doing our best over here.
He'll have to eat more of them, but I believe he's up for it.
What's in these babies? Bacon,
We've got
eggs.
bacon, eggs with green chili. We've got potatoes and some roasted red onions and cheese.
Ooh,
And we'll
yeah.
do some half and half on the eggs just to boost.
For more calories. More calories. And he asked for 10, was that what he was saying?
He asked for 5 400, but we made him 10 300, which the math doesn't quite add up, but I think he'll eat them all.
So I'm sure someone will eat them if
Someone
he doesn't
will
eat them all, yeah. The last thing I'm gonna make today are some Scratch Labs rice cakes. Sorry for the sound, it is pouring rain. Fingers crossed it does not do this tomorrow. I'm gonna make almond butter, sort of sweetened with some maple syrup, and bacon rice cakes. So I think that's gonna be pretty tasty.
Figured you guys might enjoy seeing everything that we are packing that is required to try to pull this off. So we'll start with the bike spares. Obviously toolbox, got some cleaning supplies, cable and housing, chain lube, extra pedals, rotor, rim tape. Then shifter derailleur, chain, brakes, cassette, brake pads, tires, saddle, lights, which I will hopefully only need on my first and last laps. And then on this side, we have all the things that are required to film this, because obviously we will be making a video about it. And yeah, it turns out there's almost as much stuff that we need to film than just to do it. So that's just you know, it adds an extra layer of complexity. We've got our drone plus batteries, walkie-talkies, which probably I will not be carrying, spare batteries for all the different cameras. We've got battery blocks because I will probably need to charge my phone and possibly a GPS, 2 GoPros and another video camera. I've got 2 sets of AfterShokz headphones so I can listen to music while I'm riding, 2 GPSs, I will be running both of them simultaneously with my heart rate monitor, and then a camera for still images. Those are the GoPro chest mounts, and then those are just assorted GoPro mounts, which we'll probably use for setting up some shots in the base area. And then this is actually what I will be wearing. So helmet, shoes, bibs, jersey, gloves. I always have to carry an EpiPen. I've got some tools, sunglasses, and then these are spares. So spare set of shoes, spare helmet, which is also the one I'll probably attach my lights to so that I don't have to be fussing with lights. And then that's a bunch of spare clothes. Then we have 2 bikes that are basically identical, set up identically. This one is Sid's. This is going to be my backup bike. No, I lied. This one is mine. It's a little hard to tell. This is my bike. It's going to be my main bike. This one is Sid's bike and will be my backup bike. As you can see, a lot of prep is going into this. A lot of training has gone into this. Hopefully I can have a really good day tomorrow.
We will have a full bike rack for this mission. We are bringing the 2 e-bikes for support riders or just if Mackie needs crew or anything like that. So basically, not for Mackie. We are also bringing 2 jets, so Niner's like mid-level bike, 2 of those for Mackie's brothers who both think that they can keep up with Mackie on his 10th or 11th lap.
That's what they both
Look at that face. You don't think they can?
We'll find out tomorrow.
And then of course we will have both of Mackie's bikes. It's time.
It's time.
Masks, the new thing that we have to keep track of. How are you feeling?
I think I'm still not thinking about it. It's a defense
Are you thinking about it enough to like get us out the door? That's been a lot of thinking.
That's true.
A lot of thinking has been happening.
A lot of thinking has been happening, but not a lot of thinking about like
thinking.
the actual what it's gonna be like to ride 11 laps of Fraser tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't start thinking about that yet.
No, I plan to start thinking about that
like
on lap
never
11
if possible.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow
If
night
that.
when you're done, we
Yeah.
can reflect.
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
reflect on it.
And I thought I'd just seen a ghost.
We're all set up. We have our awesome tent. We have some tables. Sid has her bulletin board stand all ready to go.
I feel prepared.
You feel prepared?
Yeah, because we have a bulletin board, I feel much more secure. I feel like this is gonna go a lot better. So I have somewhere to like take notes. 4 o'clock in the morning is gonna come around pretty fast, so I think we should go to sleep.
It's bedtime. So as you guys can see, it isn't exactly easy prepping for something like this, especially when you're doing video stuff with it. Also, there's just a whole extra element. In some ways, I have the easy job tomorrow. I just have to ride my bike up and down a lot of times. Sid has the
gonna be
complicated.
that easy.
Okay, it's not going to be easy.
The bright side,
But-
you're gonna be suffering a lot.
Yes, I will be
Makes me
suffering.
feel better.
And Sid will be taking care of logistics, which is amazing. So we're gonna leave it at that. Make sure you're subscribed because the everesting video is gonna be really good. No matter what happens, it's gonna be really good because it's gonna be epic. So I'm gonna head to bed.
If you fail, you will fail epically.
I will fail epically, but really I would like to succeed epically. That would be much better. So I'm heading to bed. Don't forget to be more awesome, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Then I kept walking on down